Hello and welcome to the lecture on what is SAP Business Technology Platform. I hope you have already gone through the previous video lectures on what is SAP NetWeaver and what is SAP Cloud Platform. Well, if you have skipped them, then I highly recommend you go through them first for a better understanding of how SAP has evolved from SAP NetWeaver to SAP Cloud Platform to SAP BTP now. I could have directly jumped into SAP BTP in the beginning of the course, but I have included the lectures on SAP NetWeaver and SAP Cloud Platform for the reason that it gives you a very good overall perspective of things. This will help you to understand SAP BTP much better with a very solid context of background. It will also help you to see the SAP's journey from SAP NetWeaver to where SAP is now with its cloud offering and how it is going to move forward beyond SAP BTP. Before we start the lecture, I expect that you are aware of SAP NetWeaver and SAP Cloud Platform. Well, this session aims to give you an introduction to SAP BTP. So let's review the lecture objective. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to firstly understand the definition of SAP BTP term. Then I'll give you some background on SAP's journey from SAP to BTP. We will look at types of components in SAP BTP. Then the important concept in SAP BTP is a technology pillar of SAP BTP. So I'll give you an overview of this, and in the upcoming sessions we are going to go deep down into this topic. Finally, we'll summarize the definition of BTP. These are the topics you will learn in this lecture. Previously you have learned what a technology platform is. I want you to think for a moment about why SAP called its product a business technology platform. Why has SAP used the term business? Please take a moment to think about this. So without further delay, let's dwell into the innovative world of SAP BTP. Let's look at the full form of SAP BTP. SAP BTP stands for SAP Business Technology Platform. That's where the B, T and P comes from. I want you to recollect what is technology platform. Well, the definition of technology platform was like this. A technology platform is a combination of hardware, software, network capabilities and data storage systems that actually work together to support the functioning of the digital applications. That was the definition of a technology platform. SAP also offers a technology platform in the cloud to their customers, which has various components inside it. But why SAP offers this service to its customer? Take a guess. I will wait for a second here. Oh yeah, SAP also sells products like SAP ECC, SAP PO, SAP S4HANA, SAP Ariba and SAP Concur and many other individual products. But why offer a technology platform to customers? So did you think about it? The main purpose of SAP offering this service is to help customers run their entire business on one platform. That is, the customer to have one unified technology platform. So that is the platform SAP is offering to their customers so that customers can bring all their tools, all their business processes inside SAP BTP, and SAP BTP will become the foundation for customer as one technology platform. If you want to remember what SAP BTP is, always remember that the purpose of SAP BTP is that it acts as a technology platform and helps customer run their business on their platform which is provided by SAP. Well, the goal of SAP is to help customers use the tools, applications, software, hardware, database, infrastructure, everything from one platform, one technology platform which is nothing but SAP BTP, and use the service of SAP BTP to run their business process on top of it. Well, this whole course is about understanding SAP BTP. So let's go step by step, not rush into too many details of SAP BTP at once, and I don't like that idea to give you so many details and bombard with all the details. So do not worry, I will hold your hand. Let's walk together into SAP BTP by expanding our knowledge and total understanding of the concepts one by one. So next, let's understand the journey of SAP into the cloud. If you have taken the previous lectures on what is SAP Cloud Platform, then this slide is just to know that SAP, which is SAP Cloud Platform, is rebranded as SAP BTP, SAP Business Technology Platform. But why SAP has rebranded from SAP to SAP BTP? Do you know it? Well, you will understand it once you know the capabilities of SAP BTP in total. For you to understand, remember that SAP has added new capabilities to SAP and rebranded it as SAP BTP. But the value of SAP BTP brings to the customer is what you will continue to learn in the upcoming lectures. Okay, so next we'll try to understand what is SAP BTP. Are you eagerly waiting to know what SAP BTP is? Or have you already got an idea of what SAP BTP is? I want to make sure that you have a solid understanding of what SAP BTP is once you finish this lecture. Okay, so let's understand the definition of SAP BTP. SAP BTP is an open platform as a service, which is PaaS, that delivers these features like in-memory capabilities, core platform services, and unique services for building, extending intelligent, mobile-enabled cloud applications. Well, do not blame me for this complex definition. It is from SAP about what is SAP BTP, so bear with me. I promise that you will understand this definition in depth once you go down the course. Okay, this course is all about SAP BTP. We are gonna go deep into understanding each and every component of SAP BTP. Once you know the whole components of SAP BTP, understanding the definition is really easy. But first, understand that SAP BTP is a PaaS, which is platform as a service. And I hope you know about the cloud service models. Well, to just briefly describe them, well, there are three cloud service models. One is IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Under infrastructure as a service, which is IaaS, is SAP provides the SAP HANA as an infrastructure. Under platform as a service offering, SAP provides SAP BTP with many services, platform, tools, and capabilities. Because it is a technology platform, it has all those collection of components together, and that is offered as a PaaS service, platform as a service. Under the software as a service offering, I asked you a question: what is the difference between a technology platform and all the individual tools? So these are the software as a service. Software as a service is nothing but the individual tools that you can purchase and use it, and SAP is going to charge you for using that service. And SAP provides cloud-based software tools like SAP S4 HANA Cloud, SuccessFactors, Ariba, Concur, and Fieldglass, and many other tools that is offered as a software as a service. So you have to understand that where the SAP BTP falls in the cloud service models. Infrastructure as a service offering is for infrastructure purposes, platform as a service offering as a technology platform, and software as a service as a software subscription model. In the software as a service, you get the software, and based on the usage of the software, you've been charged for that software. And I want you to fully understand this concept of how SAP BTP is positioned under different cloud service models provided by SAP. So now let me read the definition. So SAP BTP is a PaaS offering. That's what we know from a cloud service models. That's the positioning of SAP BTP, which has in-memory capabilities. And in-memory capabilities, if you know what is HANA, and SAP BTP is basically powered by HANA. So that's why it has all these in-memory capabilities. Then the next one was the core platform services. So what is the platform services? It's very simple. It's like infrastructure, software, runtimes. All those platform services is offered into the SAP BTP. In the definition, it says unique services for building and extending intelligence. So application development, artificial intelligence, databases, and automation, all these are built in as a service for you to start using from the SAP BTP. Also in the end, it says mobile enabled cloud applications. So you can build mobile apps and then you can deploy them and you can run in the SAP BTP. Again, we will go in all these details in the upcoming lecture, so do not worry much about the definitions and all those jargons that they put in the definition. We're gonna go in deep into the components of the SAP BTP, so you'll help you understand that what are the various challenges that SAP BTP is solving. For now, just remember this definition of SAP BTP. So let's go into this definition and understand, apart from PaaS, what are other components of SAP in the next lecture. So let's understand what are the components that actually make up the platform. We talked about SAP BTP as a technology platform, and then we say technology platform is nothing but collection of components. So let's understand each of the components, how they have fit into the BTP. So SAP BTP brings data and analytics, artificial intelligence, application development, automation and integration under one unified platform. So if I go into SAP BTP, if my business go into SAP BTP, then I can address all these areas using the components that is available in the SAP BTP. So SAP BTP helped me to do analytics. It helped me to do artificial intelligence. It helped me to build applications. It helped me to automate my process. It will help me to integrate those processes into using the tools that is offered by the SAP BTP. The goal of SAP BTP is basically to bring everything under one platform. That's what we talked about when we discussed in the technology platform. That's the same idea, that we bring everything under one platform, which acts as a technology platform for business to run its operations. That's why SAP call it as a one unified platform. If you go to the SAP site and read about SAP BTP, it keep emphasize on the point that it is a unified platform. So if a company want to have a standard technology platform, SAP BTP is the solution that SAP is offering to their customers to move away from all the different independent platforms that they have, move away to one unified platform and bring their business process onto it. So let's look at the components one by one. The first one is data and analytics. Well, I'll give you very simple definition, very high level definition. Once we go into the course, we're going to deep down into all this data analytics, what tools are available, what is the purpose of each and every tool and what are the features they have. But for us to understand on a very high level perspective what a data analytics means, that's what we're going to learn in this lecture. So data represents data storage and operation with the data, which is nothing but an example as a database. Analytic means there are capabilities to analyze the data and draw valuable insights from the data. That is nothing but reporting kind of thing, where you can run reports on the data and then you can bring in some insights from the data with the use of the analytical tools provided by the SAP BTP. So SAP BTP platform has data and analytical capabilities. It can manage data and perform analytical operations on the data. To keep it very simple, you can store the data, manipulate it and analyze the data. The next one is artificial intelligence tools. SAP BTP has AI tools, that is nothing but the short form for artificial intelligence, and using these AI tools we can enhance our work which is powered by AI. There are many tools available. I'm going to give you some examples when we deep down into it. There are some tools available which can help you automate some of the work. It has application development tools using which you can build Java, Node.js, ABAP and many other software programs. It also manages the complete life cycle of application development process from development to deployment and managing it as well. Next is robotic process automation, which is nothing but the RPA tools. Well, using the RPA tools, we can automate the repetitive tasks which are done manually. You can build a robotic process using these RPA tools that can work like a human for a simple repetitive manual work. You can replace that manual work with an automated robot. BTP provides tools to build, run and sustain such robotic programs. Last is the system integration tool. Well, these are the tools which are used to integrate applications together so that business can perform their process smoothly by exchanging messages with various systems. That is the business technology platform that SAP offers as a SAP BTP cloud offering. So those are the offerings that is SAP is providing via this platform. If a customer chooses to use SAP BTP, then what he can do? If you look at all these components together, let me give you some pointers just to understand from a customer perspective. If I am a customer, I want to use SAP BTP, how a BTP can help my organization? Well, it will bring their business data inside the SAP BTP. That's the first thing. You can bring your whole data inside SAP BTP. You can manage the transactions, the data transactions, whatever you're doing with the software that's available in SAP BTP will resides in SAP BTP. You can build intelligent analytics to bring valuable insights from the data, because once you bring the data into SAP BTP, now you can run and use the tools of SAP BTP to bring the valuable insights from the data that's available in the SAP BTP. And also it has the ability to connect to external databases and do such analytic operation on the data. Well, you can use AI operations in the chats, autoresponders and data insights. You can build the own custom applications and deploy them onto the SAP BTP. You can even automate the employees' manual work with robotic programs. With the help of integration tools, companies can integrate their systems together with their partners very easily. This is really very high level view of SAP BTP that shows the powerful tools that it has and how it helps to solve different problems for customers. Now that you have understood the components that is available in the SAP BTP and what solutions does it provide, it is the right time to understand how SAP BTP has organized all its tools and capabilities under technology pillars. So in the next slide, let's understand the technology pillars of SAP BTP. So what is technology pillar and why it is called as a pillars? The idea behind technology pillar is to group tools and capabilities together to form a category or something called as a pillar. Well, SAP BTP actually have all the components, services, tools and products grouped together, right? So the idea behind technology pillar is to group those tools and capabilities together to form a category or a pillar. SAP BTP offers various services, tools and technologies to help businesses build innovative applications, integrate systems, analyze the data and drive digital transformation across multiple industries and sectors. So that's basically the SAP BTP comes and help and serve all those needs of a business. Well, SAP BTP provides tools and technologies that address areas like database, data management, analytics, integration, application development, AI, automation, security and compliance. So when any customers buy services in SAP BTP, they are actually running their business process using tools inside the SAP BTP. And SAP has grouped all the components of SAP BTP under 4 areas. And they call it as a technology pillar. So here are the 4 technology pillars of SAP BTP. The first one is database and data management. The second one is analytics. Third is application development and integration. And the fourth one is intelligent technologies. And we will go into each of them in detail and see what the capabilities are inside each of this technology pillar in the upcoming sessions. But you need to understand that SAP BTP tools and capabilities are grouped by any one of these technology pillars. So there could be have like 30 or 40 tools and services, and these are actually grouped under each of the technology pillar. So this technology pillar give us a very good perspective to understand the components inside the SAP BTP and how SAP BTP helps to solve the challenges under each pillar. If we talk about analytics, then we have analytical tools. We can talk about intelligent technologies, then all the AI, robotic, automation and all those tools is basically built under this category. I want you to remember the component areas and technologies pillar because this is how SAP is organized its dashboard and its tools. So once you log in into SAP BTP, you will see all the services, tools and products are grouped based on this component and the technology pillar. Also on the flip side, if you understand it properly, you will see how SAP BTP can help customers solve challenges in each of this area. If I'm a customer and I want some application development platform, then basically SAP BTP provides me that application development platform and the whole life cycle of application development inside BTP. So alright, so I hope you are starting to see the value of SAP BTP. In the next slide, let's summarize the definition of SAP BTP and how all these components fit together. First, remember SAP BTP is a cloud technology platform. Well, here's the definition for you to remember about SAP BTP. SAP BTP empowers organization. Enable. We talked about enablement in the technology platform. The same kind of empowerment which is helping organization to build, integrate and extend application and transform their business processes, driving innovation and delivering enhanced customer and stakeholder experiences. I hope you are starting to see the power of SAP BTP and what are the benefits that you're going to get with SAP BTP. Well, I've highlighted some key points that are important to understand from the SAP BTP perspective. SAP BTP helps customer to build, integrate and extend their application in the programming language that SAP BTP supports. If customer want to build an application, everything is available in the SAP BTP. It helps business to transform their business process with process integration and automation. Business can build innovative application using AI intelligence. Many data intelligence tools offered by SAP BTP, customers can get valuable insights that can use to enhance the customer experience as well. I'm hoping you are starting to see the value of SAP BTP compared with SAP SCP. Well, here's the definition of SAP BTP from SAP. SAP BTP is a platform as a service offering by SAP that provides a range of tools, services and technologies for business to drive digital transformation. I think the definition from SAP is pretty straightforward and very simple to digest. If you have understood the definition, then I think it's a very good start for us to go into the tools and capabilities of SAP BTP one by one and dive deep into it. So let's summarize the lecture. This lecture was about what is SAP BTP. So I want you to remember the definition of SAP BTP and technology pillars. After this, try to explain SAP BTP to your colleagues in simple words. See if they can understand it, or explain to someone near you, and try to put this complex definition in your own words. I think that is the only way to easily understand what is SAP BTP. So remember this definition before we end the topic. SAP BTP is a platform as a service offering by SAP, which has these tools, services and technologies for business to drive digital transformation. So by now you should be able to understand how to define the term SAP BTP. You also know SAP's journey from SAP to BTP. We have talked about different types of components in SAP BTP. We have also touched base on what is technology pillar and how many types of technology pillar we have. Then we have summarized SAP BTP in a very simple definition. Alright, let's wrap up this session. In conclusion, we have explored the SAP BTP topic on a very high level scale. Okay, don't think this is the deep down session, but this is a very high level just to help you familiarize with the definitions. And I'm hoping you have a good understanding of what SAP BTP is by now, and this knowledge will help us to move forward in the understanding of other parts of SAP BTP. As this is the first lecture on SAP BTP, and if the concepts are not clear, then I highly recommend you go through this lecture once again. Okay, so that you know the terms that I'm trying to use in the context of SAP BTP. Remember, this lecture just covered the definition and components, technology pillar, and we'll go deep down into all those components in detail into this whole course. If you have any further questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the Q&A section below. I'll be happy to answer them. Till then, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye and take care.